Hello, y'all. Hope everybody's staying warm and safe out there in this weather. I just wanted to touch base about a cool little thing that I started getting into a while back. A friend actually showed me this application called RetroArch that basically converts your computer system into a retro gaming system. And not just any retro gaming system, but it can support dozens of old consoles, um, anywhere from Atari 2600 in the early 80s all the way through PlayStation 2, Xbox, GameCube, all the way through that period. And there is a neat little website that you can go to download ROMs for the games for these systems, and it's completely free. It doesn't cost you a penny, just a few minutes of your time, and all you have to do is download RetroArch, and it comes pre-installed with a lot of these little neat features. Of course, you got your settings and everything, and you can have this set up however you like as far as what the interface looks like and everything. But the main thing that we're going to do here is we're going to load our emulators. And as you can see here, I already have quite a few emulators downloaded on here. Now, there is a lot of these that are named after the same console. It's because of the different regions that that some of these emulators are for. Like you'll only use one or two of these at the most because most of the ROMs that you're going to find on this website are for the US version of games. But this application does have PAL and Japanese versions of these console emulators to support exclusive games on certain consoles. There are a lot of games, especially from Super Nintendo, N64, Sega Genesis, and PlayStation, that had Japanese only releases. And in order to play those games on here, you will need to have that emulator downloaded. Now, this application does have all of the emulators you will ever need. The only thing you have to do is when you're on here fresh and you don't have any of these downloaded yet, you just go down here where it says download a core and we enter that and it'll give you a list of cores that you can download. And this is all you have to do is just search for the console that you are interested in. So we got everything here. I got there's the Atari 2600. I haven't downloaded that one yet, but we've got that. We've got Commodore 64. We've got DOS. We got Fairchild Channel F, if you ever heard of that console. That was one of those. It's more often considered a Pong console because it was sold around the late 70s, early 80s, whenever Pong consoles were the main home entertainment for gaming. Um, it's also the first video game console that featured cartridges. But anyways, moving on down through here, some of these I've never even heard of before, and um, they're older computer systems from the late 70s and through the 80s. But you'll get down through here and then you'll start running across more familiar stuff like your Nintendo stuff. Let's see, we have a number of these down through here. So you got your Game Boy, your NES, your Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo, and then you'll have, there's your Sega stuff right there. So say we want to start doing Sega Genesis um, games. We'll just go down here to Genesis. Let me find it here. I'm pretty sure Sega Genesis is on here. Let's see. Yep, there it is. It's right under the Mega Drive. So we'll select one of these, and then we'll hit enter, and it'll download that emulator. And what I'm going to do is go down here and download all of these that are marked Genesis. Just to make sure we have all the emulators that we need for all the Genesis games that are available. And now that core will be available for game ROMs to be downloaded onto them. So after you've done that, this is the very first thing you want to do is load all of the emulators that you want before you start downloading any ROMs. Because if you just start downloading ROMs on here before you upload your cores, then they won't register on your inventory over here. And I'll show you what that looks like. Each gaming console is symbolized by an icon up here, up top, that looks like the hardware itself. For instance, you have a Game Boy Advance there, the original Game Boy here. That's an N64 controller, or excuse me, a GameCube controller. That's the N64 controller. And then we have NES, Super Nintendo, Dreamcast. That is PSP, I believe. And this is the PlayStation 1. So basically, what you want to do after you get your cores uploaded is you want to go over here and you just want to leave it right here. And this is where you'll go and you'll upload your ROMs that you have on here. Now, fortunately for me, I already have ROMs on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and this first game right here, Army Men World War Final Front. No, actually, we'll go down here to this one. Army Men World War Land, Sea, and Air. This is one of the games that I played. I didn't play this one right here, but I did play this one when it originally came out back in 2000. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this. See there, we don't have it. We don't have it here anymore. And I'll show you how easy it is to upload these ROMs. Um, I'll share a link in the description of the video here to the website that I get my ROMs from. But basically, you want to download those ROMs. They're completely free. They don't cost anything. It's not illegal or anything. It's perfectly legal. They are available to the public. They're on a public website, and there's no fees attached to it. You can do this completely free anytime you want. Basically, what we're going to go down through here, once you download the ROMs to the games that you want, you'll have an option down here to scan directory. We want to hit enter and go into that, and then whatever drive that you downloaded your ROMs to, you'll go into that. We downloaded ours to the D drive. So we'll go into the D drive and we'll find our file that we have them saved under. I have mine under game, and then under retro, and under retro games. And right here, Army Men World War, Land, Sea, and Air. We'll hit enter. And you want to make sure you go down into the folder, hit enter again, and then you'll go down to scan this directory. And we will hit enter, and it will scan that ROM for the game, and we got a check mark down here showing that it uploaded. So we'll go back out to our main menu, and we'll go back over here to our list of games, and there it is. We had already deleted it before. I rescanned it back into our inventory here, and that's all you need to do to get these games on your computer is to upload these ROMs through RetroArch, and then once you have the games uploaded, um, you'll have them right here on your playlist, and you can play them anytime you want. They're absolutely free. Like right now, we'll go into this game right here that we just downloaded. We'll hit run, and it'll ask you which emulator that you want to play the game on. And for this one, I know specifically that we need to use this emulator, so we'll go into this one, and it'll ask you what you want to do if you want to run the game, and then we'll hit run, and then the game will start up.
.3DO.
And that's all you need to do.
Green Plastic News on the march.
A few days ago, we were suddenly and deliberately attacked by Tan forces. The Tan had deliberate intentions and an aggressive battle plan. We have had our confrontations in the past, but at the time of the attack, we were in the middle of peace talks with the Tan nation. After just a few days of battle, the Tan armies had experienced stunning victories on all fronts. If we can stand up to the Tan, all of green may be free, and our way of life may move forward into broad, sunlit uplands. But if we fail, then the whole world will sink into the abyss of a new dark age made more sinister by the Tan's destructive will. Let us therefore brace ourselves to our duty. We shall not be caught asleep. We shall find ourselves in need of a resolution of this catastrophic turn of events. They have decided to take the battle abroad. We shall meet them on all fronts, returning force with force, whether it be by land, sea, or air.
And there you have it. That's pretty much the basic guide on how to use this software. If you guys want to know anything more about this process, just leave a comment down below, and I'll do my best to answer whatever questions you may have about this. I do plan on streaming some of these games eventually. Um, I can't really do that yet because I don't have a controller um, to play these games on. Since I am doing this from mouse and keyboard, a lot of these old platformers and stuff, I'm not the best at when it comes to trying to play them on a keyboard because the controls are just so janky that I can't play a lot of this stuff unless I have an actual controller to play them on. But I do plan on doing that eventually. I just got to get me a controller that's compatible. Um, and then once I get a controller, then it'll be 10 times easier to stream these games because if I tried to do it right now, it would just be an embarrassment because I tried playing one the other day. I think it was Chippendale Rescue Rangers for NES. I tried playing it on keyboard and it is impossible. Like I was dying to stuff that you a 2-year old wouldn't die to if they had a controller. So it's just something I'm going to wait on until I get the rest of my equipment in. So, but if you have any questions about how this process works or anything, just leave a comment below and I'll let you know whatever it is you want to know about getting into this. And hope you all have a good day and thank you for watching and God bless.